the real causes of phlegm and mucus in your throat and how to fix it. Have you ever woken up with that sticky, thick feeling in your throat, constantly needing to clear it, even though you're not sick? Here's the shocking truth: excess phlegm isn't always caused by a cold or infection. In fact, in most adults, it's a silent signal your body is trying to flush out something deeper: chronic inflammation, hidden food triggers, or even slow digestive distress. Most people think phlegm is just extra mucus or a sign they're catching something, but what's really happening is that your body is protecting itself, coating your airways and throat from irritation caused by what you eat, breathe, or even drink every single day. The real problem? We keep treating the symptom with lozenges, syrups, or constant throat clearing instead of fixing the root causes that are quietly keeping your airways inflamed. The good news is, nature offers powerful solutions. Certain foods and herbs can melt away excess mucus, calm inflammation, and restore clear, effortless breathing, without relying on medications. And in this video, I'll reveal 6 natural foods and remedies that can do just that, starting with a simple ingredient sitting right in your kitchen that works almost like a mucus detox. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from, and how long have you been struggling with throat mucus? I read every single one. 1. Silent acid reflux, laryngopharyngeal reflux. Here's something most people never realize: you can have acid reflux without ever feeling heartburn. It's called silent reflux, or laryngopharyngeal reflux, LPR, and it's one of the most overlooked reasons why so many adults wake up every morning with a thick film of mucus in their throat. Most seniors think it's just age or sinus issues, but studies show that up to 50% of people with chronic throat mucus actually have silent reflux, they just don't know it. A study published in the Journal of Otolaryngology found that patients with LPR often had no burning sensation at all, only symptoms like throat clearing, hoarseness, and that sticky feeling that never goes away. So what's really happening inside your body? When you lie down after meals, small amounts of stomach acid silently flow upward, not enough to cause heartburn, but just enough to irritate the delicate tissues of your throat and vocal cords. In response, your body produces more mucus to coat and protect those areas, which is why you wake up with that constant need to clear your throat. This protective mucus becomes thick and stubborn, making you feel like something is always stuck in your throat even when you're not sick. Some of the hidden symptoms of silent reflux include a chronic cough that won't go away, a lump-like feeling in the throat, a sore or dry throat in the morning, or even subtle voice changes. These symptoms can linger for months or years if the root cause isn't addressed. The good news is, you don't need strict diets or expensive treatments to feel better. Start with simple swaps: eat your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Replace fried or spicy foods with gentler options like oats, sweet potatoes, and steamed vegetables, and add soothing drinks like warm ginger tea or aloe vera water to calm the throat and digestion. Even sitting upright for 20 to 30 minutes after eating can make a huge difference. Once the irritation reduces, your body naturally stops overproducing mucus and your throat finally feels clear and free again. So tell me, have you noticed that your throat feels worse after certain meals or when you wake up in the morning? Share your experience in the comments below. You might help someone else realize what's really going on inside their body. 2. Dairy and processed foods triggering inflammation. Here's something that might surprise you: that glass of milk you've been told is good for your bones might actually be the reason you keep clearing your throat. Most of us grew up hearing, "Milk makes you strong," but for many adults over 40, milk and dairy products are quietly doing the opposite, thickening mucus and triggering inflammation in the very airways we need clear to breathe easily. Now, don't get me wrong, dairy isn't bad. But as we age, our body produces less of the enzyme lactase, which helps digest milk sugar. Without it, dairy can irritate the gut and immune system, leading your body to respond defensively by making more mucus to protect your tissues. That's why after ice cream, cheese, or even a creamy cup of coffee, you might feel your throat coating up or your voice sounding heavier. According to research in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition, adults who reduced dairy for just 2 weeks reported clearer sinuses and less throat congestion. Another study in Frontiers in Immunology found that casein, a milk protein, can actually stimulate immune cells that increase mucus production. That's your body trying to protect itself, not punish you. Biologically, it's pretty simple. When certain food proteins enter your system, your immune cells mistake them for invaders. They release histamines, the same chemicals that cause allergy-like reactions, making your nasal and throat tissues swell and produce thicker mucus. Add in processed foods full of sugar and preservatives, and your body's inflammation switch stays permanently on. But here's the hopeful part: you don't have to give up your favorite foods. Just make smart, flexible swaps. Try almond or oat milk in your tea instead of cow's milk, choose Greek yogurt over flavored ones, and replace cheesy sauces with creamy avocado or blended cashew. These little shifts lighten the load on your system and your throat will thank you. Once the inflammation settles, you'll notice clearer breathing, less morning throat clearing, and even better digestion. It's like your body quietly saying, "Thank you for finally listening." So tell me, do you ever notice more mucus after dairy, or maybe after that cheesy pizza or milkshake? Share your experience in the comments. I bet many people watching can relate to that exact moment. 3. Postnasal drip from sinus congestion. Have you ever felt like something's constantly dripping down the back of your throat, even when you're not sick? You clear your throat again and again, but that sticky feeling just won't go away. Most people assume it's just sinus trouble or the leftovers of a cold. But here's the truth, that constant throat mucus is often caused by postnasal drip, one of the most misunderstood and overlooked conditions, especially in adults over 40. Here's the surprising part: postnasal drip doesn't always come from being sick. Studies in the American Journal of Rhinology and Allergy reveal that even healthy adults can experience it due to chronic sinus inflammation, often triggered by dry air, hidden allergies, or even the foods we eat. Over time, your nasal passages produce excess mucus that slowly slides down into your throat, especially at night when you're lying down. That's why you might wake up coughing or clearing your throat every morning. Inside your body, the mechanism is fascinating. Your sinuses, those small air-filled pockets around your eyes and nose, are lined with mucous membranes that trap dust, bacteria, and allergens. When they get inflamed, either from dehydration, pollution, or seasonal allergies, they start producing extra mucus to protect themselves. But instead of flowing out, it drips backward into the throat, coating it like glue. Your body responds with coughing, throat clearing, or even hoarseness, all in an attempt to get rid of it. Some hidden signs that you might have experienced include a scratchy throat, bad breath, constant swallowing, or a stuffy feeling that never seems to clear. Sound familiar? You're not alone. It's one of the most common reasons people see an ENT specialist. The best part is, relief doesn't require complicated routines. Try steaming with warm water, using a humidifier at night, or sipping warm ginger and honey tea to thin mucus naturally. Eat water-rich foods like cucumbers and oranges, and reduce salty or fried foods that dehydrate your sinuses. These small, flexible habits help your airways stay moist and clear. When your sinuses heal, you'll breathe easier, sleep better, and finally wake up without that annoying throat tickle. So tell me, have you ever had that stubborn something stuck in my throat feeling even when you're not sick? Drop a comment below. You might be surprised how many people feel the same way. 4. Dehydration. Here's something most people never think about. Your throat mucus might have nothing to do with sickness and everything to do with water. Surprising, right? Dehydration is one of the most common and most ignored reasons for sticky, thick mucus that just won't clear. And it's not because you're not drinking any water, it's because your body is quietly running low on fluids where it matters most, in your airways. Most seniors assume that if they're not feeling thirsty, they must be well hydrated. But here's the catch: the thirst signal weakens with age. By the time you feel thirsty, your cells are already dehydrated. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, mild dehydration can thicken mucus and slow down the tiny cilia, those hair-like structures that help clear your airways. The result? That stubborn something in my throat feeling, constant throat clearing, and morning dryness that many people just accept as normal aging. Biologically, here's what's happening: when your body lacks enough water, it prioritizes vital organs like the brain and heart, pulling moisture from less critical areas, including the mucous membranes in your nose and throat. As a result, mucus becomes dense, sticky, and harder to move. Instead of protecting your airways, it clings to them, trapping dust and bacteria and making you feel congested even when you're not sick. Some hidden symptoms of dehydration include dry lips, fatigue, dizziness, headaches, and even brain fog. You might also notice thicker saliva or that your voice sounds rougher in the morning, all small hints that your body is craving hydration. The good news? Fixing this doesn't mean guzzling gallons of water. Just add small, mindful habits: sip warm water throughout the day, eat water-rich foods like cucumbers, oranges, and soups, and limit drinks that dehydrate you like excess coffee or alcohol. Even herbal teas, coconut water, or infused water with lemon and mint can make a real difference. Within days, you'll feel your throat clear more easily, your energy lift, and your voice sound fresher. It's like your whole body saying, "Finally, I can breathe again." So tell me, how many glasses of water do you think you drink in a day? Be honest, most people overestimate it. Drop your answer below. Let's see how hydrated our community really is. 5. Gut imbalance and poor digestion. Here's something few people never connect: the health of your gut can directly affect the mucus in your throat. Strange, right? Most of us think phlegm comes from the lungs or sinuses, but in reality, a lot of that sticky buildup can start deep inside your digestive system. Many seniors misunderstand this link. They assume that occasional bloating, indigestion, or acid reflux is just part of getting older. But according to a study published in Frontiers in Microbiology, an unhealthy gut microbiome, the collection of bacteria in your intestines, can trigger inflammation throughout the body, including your airways and throat. When your digestion isn't working smoothly, the body reacts defensively, producing more mucus to protect the delicate tissues lining your throat and esophagus. Here's how it happens inside. Your gut and respiratory system are connected through what scientists call the gut-lung axis. When your gut bacteria fall out of balance, often from processed foods, antibiotics, stress, or sugar, it sends alarm signals that travel through your bloodstream. This inflammation makes mucus glands in your throat more active, causing that thick, uncomfortable coating and constant need to clear your throat. In simpler words, when your gut is inflamed, your throat tries to protect itself too. Some hidden symptoms of gut imbalance include frequent bloating, constipation, bad breath, food sensitivities, and low energy. Many people don't even realize that their post-meal mucus or chronic throat clearing could be a sign that their digestion is struggling. But here's the hopeful part: healing your gut doesn't require strict diets or expensive supplements. Start small and gentle. Add more fiber-rich foods like oats, apples, and leafy greens. Include probiotic-rich options such as yogurt, kefir, or fermented vegetables like sauerkraut. Try drinking warm water with lemon in the morning to wake up your digestive system. And most importantly, chew your food slowly. Digestion truly begins in the mouth. Once your gut begins to heal, inflammation drops, your immune system strengthens, and mucus production naturally calms down. You'll notice lighter breathing, better energy, and even improved mood because a healthy gut affects your brain, too. So tell me, have you ever noticed your throat feeling heavier or coated after big meals or poor digestion days? Share your experience below. You might help someone connect the dots they've been missing for years. 6. Excess sugar and refined carbs consumption. Here's a surprising truth: one of the biggest reasons behind that constant phlegm or sticky mucus in your throat isn't just allergies or sinus issues, it's excess sugar and refined carbs. Yes, those innocent-looking biscuits, soft breads, or that just one spoon of sugar in your tea might be the hidden trigger behind that annoying throat congestion. Most people, especially seniors, think mucus only forms because of a cold, but the real cause often starts with what's on your plate, not in the air. Here's how it works: when you eat sugar or refined carbs like white rice, pastries, or sweetened drinks, your body experiences a sudden spike in blood sugar. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high glycemic foods, like refined carbs, can trigger inflammation in the body. And inflammation is the body's way of reacting to what it sees as an attack. To protect your tissues, your body produces more mucus, especially in your respiratory and digestive tract. This mucus acts as a natural barrier against irritation. But when this cycle keeps repeating, day after day, you end up with thick, sticky mucus that feels impossible to clear. Biologically, it's a chain reaction. High sugar levels feed harmful bacteria and yeast in your gut and throat, particularly Candida albicans. This overgrowth sends signals to your immune system, which then goes into overdrive, producing even more mucus as a defense. That's why even after you recover from a cold, your throat can still feel clogged. Your body's protective system is stuck in on mode. Now here's something many don't realize: mucus production can also dehydrate you. The thicker your mucus, the harder your body has to work to move it out, and this makes you feel fatigued, heavy, and foggy. But here's the good news: you don't have to cut sugar completely to feel better. Just swap sugary drinks for warm herbal teas like ginger or turmeric, which naturally reduce inflammation. Choose slow-digesting carbs like oats, quinoa, or brown rice instead of white ones. And if you enjoy desserts, try fruits like berries or apples. They satisfy your sweet tooth and help thin out mucus naturally. Cool fact: pineapple contains bromelain, a natural enzyme shown in studies to reduce mucus buildup and inflammation. So, the next time you feel that sticky phlegm in your throat after a sweet treat, it's not your imagination, your body is talking to you. Have you noticed more mucus after sugary foods or drinks? Drop a comment below. I'd love to know your experience. How to fix it? If you're tired of that constant lump in the throat feeling, the good news is you can fix it naturally with a few simple daily habits that help your body flush out excess mucus and prevent it from coming back. The first step is hydration, but not just water. Start your day with a glass of warm water and lemon or ginger tea. This helps thin mucus, kickstart digestion, and alkalize your body. Avoid cold drinks in the morning; they can actually thicken mucus and make your throat feel tighter. Next, focus on clean, anti-inflammatory foods. Add ingredients like pineapple, which contains bromelain to dissolve mucus, turmeric and black pepper, a powerful anti-inflammatory duo, and garlic, a natural antimicrobial that keeps your airways clear. Swap refined carbs for whole grains like oats or brown rice, and eat plenty of leafy greens to balance gut bacteria, because when your gut is calm, your mucus stays under control too. Finally, practice daily airway cleansing. 10 minutes of steam inhalation, a warm saltwater gargle before bed, or even gentle breathing exercises help your body clear mucus faster. If you can, step outside for a short walk. Movement stimulates lymph flow and prevents congestion from building up. These aren't strict rules, just gentle routines your body will thank you for. Try them for a week. You'll likely wake up with a lighter throat, easier breathing, and more energy. Have you tried any of these remedies before? Comment below. I'd love to know your go-to tip. So, to wrap it up, the real causes of that stubborn mucus and phlegm in your throat often go beyond a simple cold. It can come from dehydration, postnasal drip, gut imbalance, acid reflux, sugar overload, or even chronic inflammation. But the powerful truth is, every single one of these is preventable and fixable. Your body isn't malfunctioning, it's trying to protect and heal you. When you hydrate, eat cleaner, balance your gut, and calm inflammation, that constant throat congestion begins to fade naturally. Remember this, your body wants to heal. Give it the right fuel, and it will amaze you with how quickly it restores balance. Now tell me in the comments, have you tried any of the natural remedies or foods we discussed today? Are you planning to start? If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more natural healing insights. Thank you for watching. Your wellness journey truly matters.